This research and upcoming report has been funded by DRRDynamics, supporting inclusive disaster risk reduction. Hello, and happy International Day Against Homophobia, Transphobia and Biphobia. In this short introductory video, we'll be asking the question, how LGBTQIA+ inclusive is disaster risk reduction policy and practice globally? And before we begin, LGBTQIA+ stands for lesbian, gay, bisexual, trans, queer, intersex, asexuality, plus all the other genders and sexual identities. Our research aims to understand how inclusive disaster risk reduction policy, plans and strategies were when considering LGBTQIA+ people. We considered and looked at each of the country's disaster-specific policy, legislation and strategies for any inclusion of the LGBTQIA community. Our research found only 6 examples of policy or strategy which had any LGBTQI+ inclusion within a disaster context. Of those 6, only 2 were led or involved official cooperation with a government department. However, of those 6, there was at least a good geographical distribution, with Oceania, North and South America, and Europe included. Our research has shown that most of the literature, guidance, and strategies so far on this issue have been carried out by academic and non-governmental organisations. This further highlights the disconnect between science and policy, especially within the disaster, humanitarian, and international development fields. So why is this important? Our research has shown that many within the disaster and emergency policy making space are not including LGBTQIA+ people within their work. Disasters, as decades of research show, do not impact all within our society equally. This not only means that people within this group may have higher rates of vulnerability to the disaster or emergency event, it also means we as policymakers are missing out on unique experiences, capacities, and ability to help that can make our DRR programs more inclusive and effective. So how can we begin to fix this? Well, firstly, we need governments, NGOs, and intergovernmental organisations to recognise the unique capacities and needs of the LGBTQIA community and develop appropriate policy. This will only be possible through collaboration. We need to work closely with community groups and local level organisations to build a more effective and inclusive policy at every stage, whether that be during development or implementation. And of course, all of this needs more research. Working with the community, we need to identify the systemic causes of vulnerability within the LGBTQIA community, invest in tackling discrimination, and building resilience and ensuring a robust research base. Over the coming weeks and months, we at DRRDynamics will be providing a number of tools to help policymakers and emergency managers make more LGBTQIA+ inclusive disaster risk reduction policy. These tools will be available to all and will provide the information you need to ensure inclusion within your cities, states, or countries' disaster and emergency management plans. Thank you for your time, and we wish you a happy and safe International Day Against Homophobia, Transphobia and Biphobia.